Alright, I think it is time for the Charizard deck to make a comeback. So the Charizard deck I am running includes a Turtonator and only one Charmeleon. Then a red card as well, because red card I think is very undervalued, and 2 Kiawe and 2 Gazma. You could also take 1 Gazma and another red card, which I actually think I am going to do. Alright, so we start with a Charmander and we have 2 red cards in hand, so we can disrupt his hand quite a bit. Obviously you start with 5 cards in your hand and you draw another card on your first turn. And it is important to note that on your first turn you can't actually evolve or do anything. So it is good to red card on your second turn. Okay, maybe it might have been actually good to red card on our first turn because he has 3 basic Pokemon now, and because we have, okay, he has 4 basic Pokemon now, and since we have 2 red card, it might have been better to do that actually. But alright, maybe we can... No, actually we are surrendering because this game is over. No, not yet, not yet. Rare candy. We can rare candy and Stoke. I am gonna red cards just in case he has rare candy as well. And yeah, let's use Stoke. Alright, so a Frogadier is here, and Oricorio is being played. Sadly, we cannot really do anything here then, because we can use our attack, but it doesn't do any damage. So yeah. And he will just be able to do 50 damage over and over again, while I wait for any good draw. We're still in this game, maybe? No, we are exactly... No, not really. Alright, in this first game we are against a Psychic Energy. And we have a Kiawe in our hand, so our first turn is going to be a Kiawe on the Turtonator. As he reveals to have a Tapu Lele and 2 Ghastly. And we Kiawe, I mean we Pokeball first and then we Kiawe, I think. So let's just play the other Turtonator, Kiawe. There we go, at least 2 energies already. He will be able to do 40 damage. And we get a rare candy, that is pretty nice. Oh, and our opponent concedes. Okay. Quick game, I guess. Alright, we start with another Turtonator here. No Kiawe this time though. And we are against a Giratina Darkrai deck. How fun. Alright, so he plays a red card, so maybe we get something better. Okay, we get a Kiawe. Another Turtonator is not really what I wanted, but at least a Kiawe for some energy. Red card is only gonna give him another card, so... Yeah, let's just... Oh, should have put another energy on there first, but okay. As his Giratina is almost ready to go. Let's do red card here, because if he has Leaf then we're donezo. So okay, he at least has to shuffle his hand back, and then we can do 90 damage to his active Giratina. We do take 20, but it doesn't really matter since Giratina is able to one-shot my Turtonator anyways. Here comes a Darkrai, obviously, and a Giant Cape. Alright, so Giratina now has enough energies on him. I don't think I am gonna knock out his Giratina yet. That's Kiawe, our other Turtonator, so we are able to do a little bit more damage. Unless he has Leaf here, then we are pretty screwed, but one can hope. Alright, we take another 20, that's fine. His Darkrai could also not be able to knock me out though. Alright, so we can Guzma, but well, the only result is that we take 20 less damage, which is not gonna do a lot against 80 attack from Darkrai, or 130 from Giratina. Oh, we forgot to put an energy on our Turtonator. Here comes Darkrai. It would be nice if we can draw a Charmander. Oh, okay, so he plays Mars. We draw a rare candy. Yeah, that's not too bad actually. Still need a Charmander and a Charizard though. And here we can play our Turtonator, which is gonna get one-shot by Giratina next turn. But maybe we can draw a Charmander here. Charizard, Charmander. Alright. Maybe there is a chance after all. Let's use the Fire Spin for 90 damage on Darkrai. And Giratina is gonna knock out this Turtonator. And there's a potion as well. I think I lost this game though. I don't feel like there is anything I can do. Like, what do I do actually? Because I can evolve into a Charizard, but this Giratina... Wait, maybe I can win. Let's rare candy Charizard. Let's put the energy on the Charizard and then use Stoke. So we'll have 4 energies. Giratina will be able to do 130 and Darkrai only 20 extra. Even plus a red, I think we're okay. So we can't just one-shot anything he puts in play. My game is very laggy. Alright, we'll take another 20 from his helmet. So we're at 30 and we win actually. That's pretty funny. Alright. Charizard OP. Sorry for the lag. Ooh, we are against a Solgaleo deck here. First time I'm playing this deck that I'm against a Solgaleo. So Solgaleo can pretty much be one-shot by a Charizard. Does mean we will have to get to a Charizard though. Alright, so we have a rare candy, we just need a Charizard basically. Alright, so Skarmory comes into play and is put in the active. Pretty standard stuff. Let's see if we can get a Charizard. Nope, we cannot. We will get a Turtonator here. So instead, let's play enough energies on that guy. Wait, can we not? Oh, of course we played Professor's Research. Our Charmander is gonna be like 10 HP here. So yeah, there we go. If we get a Charmeleon. Let's Professor's Research as well. Maybe we get a Charizard. Nope, we don't. So I have 7 cards left. 6 cards left, 2 Charizard. Lovely. Right, so we get 30 HP if we put it on that guy. So that's not very useful. Let's instead put an energy on the Turtonator and then, yeah. Our first Charmander is gonna be Sacrificial Lamb, but yeah, that's kinda the luck of the draw, I guess. In the meantime, he doesn't at least have a Solgaleo, so that's pretty nice. And then we can put in our Turtonator to one-shot his Skarmory. Another rare candy is not really what I wanted. Let's Guzma, get rid of that Poison Arrow. And then do a nice 90 damage. So that's at least a point. If he doesn't have a Solgaleo here, then we are in a pretty okay spot. Okay, here comes another Poison Barb. No Solgaleo yet though. Finally there is our Charizard. So let's just play our Charizard. Oh, and he concedes. Alright, let's go. I even played the energy on the wrong guy, so... Oh, we are against a grass energy, at least. Oh, there's a Carnivine. So Carnivine is at least weak to us. Sadly, we don't get to put an energy or the Charmeleon on. So we also don't get to attack. But alright, we do have a rare candy Charizard. And he doesn't seem to have a Arceus yet. Maybe he will play it now? Nope. Okay. Not too bad. Because now we can, of course, rare candy our Charizard. There we go. And Professor's Research. Pokemon Communications and a Gelsma. Good Pokemon Communications, another Charmander maybe? Or a Turtonator? There is the Turtonator. Okay, so Stoke it is, and here we go. Pretty nice setup already. I think he might have actually Rage Quit. Yeah, I think he Rage Quit, so let's end the game by using Steam Artillery. And here we go. At least that's another free win. Okay, we start with a Turtonator and a Kiawe in our hand. And that's a pretty good setup, as our opponent also plays a Turtonator. Let's see what his setup is though. Alright, place the Pokeball, and here comes the Charmander. There he is. 2 actually. Now we take a flat 90 damage from our Turtonator. Maybe we can get a rare candy though, if that's the case, maybe... Nope. Oh, yes. Rare candy Charizard. He might have a Charizard in his hand. He did play Charmeleon. Now let's try and get that out of his hand. And let's at least do 90 damage to this Turtonator. He is gonna be able to live and knock out mine, but alright, we'll have to deal with it. Okay, he also has a Charizard, so basically everything I did, he did, but a little bit faster. Which means that we are gonna lose this game, most likely. Almost pretty much definitely, but we'll see. Maybe we get some weird luck. Alright, 90 HP left. We can do our 150 damage. And he won't be able to do his yet. So maybe we are okay-ish. I guess we play our other Charmander. We are actually dead.